reka tugiye ku katuzo mu ihanga rya Israel ihuhurikize urutara hagati y'aba Hamas hamwe na n'ihanga rya Israel. Abantu bagumiza mu kurga umagara gensi eshahanka ishatu rupote y'ibashoza enambe y'abantu bariyo barga umagara gensi ministry y'ebyamagara wa side ya Palestine batugira ngo abantu bari kurenga 12 abari kurenga 12 hariho okugambe namba 12 na abari kurenga so abantu bari kurenga 12 nibo barga umagara gensi n'uyo enambe ibahereze kutungaho okurigera ministry y'ebyamagara aha side ya Palestine kandi abantu bari kurenga 50 na rukaga nubo babaraho nk'abatungire obuhuta inamba nayo y'abariyo barga mu magara gensa haside ya Israel na yeri yongera Israel nayo yashoza amakuru agakwereka ngo abantu abari kurenga 13 zinambe babahereze kubaraho 13 abahereze ku rwo mu magara gensi abakuteyire ne 13 konkorta ruriyo ndugumiza mu omesho abakasam brigade bargaye bashoza amakuru iwuhurikize bari kura bamwe aba Israeli ekishane cya yorekaho bariya nabo batahirire ihanga rya Israel abakasam brigade nabo bari party ya aba Hamas bargire bashoza ekishane bayoreka nabarekuru mukazi n'abana babiri nabarga umwihanga rya Palestine umyanye babiri babakwatiremo konke cyo tukirukumara haside ya Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu uwihanga rya Israel kahunya ngo headline haba hariho abantu abarwani Benjamin Netanyahu urundu rumi orwar kwikiririza mu nonga wena naba barkwebembera aba Hamas obahati nabarho umwihanga rya Iran nanugo president wihanga rya Iran no bwahati nawe naikereza munonga omman gecyoma Prime Minister wihanga rya Israel Benjamin Netanyahu Israel ryo ne bombingira kimwe Gaza Strip wazo mcyange cya Gaza bombings ebzimbe zakanye na zona ziteyirwe ziri hansi. Prime Minister wihanga rya Israel Benjamin Netanyahu yargaye yashoza statement kugira ngo buri Hamas we na hari is a dead man buri owa Hamas hari inaba mwenda afire okurigira statement yashoza wa Prime Minister wihanga rya Israel Benjamin Netanyahu na hati yaragira okubrokinga etahuni ya Gaza Strip yona tene kirkwikiriza bakufta hamu tene kirkwikiriza bokushora ekirkwikiriza wa mun bombings ezihanga rya Israel byone ibintu bijaho iwo hurikize bobonka abantu bihanga rya Israel bagire omaraka Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu okukoresa amanago haside yihanga rya Palestine umwanya ugurumu aba Hamas. Benjamin Netanyahu nagira ngo tukugira ngo ekino bakikora kubonereza abantu bihanga rya Palestine tebine bizubuna abantu baburijo umwihanga rya Palestine bongo ngo batekwa kubonereza aba Hamas reka mpumure mu kakimpindi cye edakika zagenda iwuhurikize Secretary of State umhandiki omukuru wa government ihanga rya America Anthony Blinken ariyo mwihanga rya Israel. Anthony Blinken yabwa no Prime Minister wihanga rya Israel Benjamin Netanyahu bamwe ahabinte baganira no kuhereza ibyo kurwana sihanga rya Israel. Na kugira nti Israel yargaye yakora statement yo kugira ngo tabar kwija kwiguraho Gaza Gaza Strip bari kwija kugigura okusya obaratandike kurekura abatsibe bona abo aba Hamas batere ombukwato. So na hato mwihanga area Gaza Strip hariyo mashanyarazi, amezi bagashazireho, bazibira bari kugezaho kuhereza obuyamba bari kuzo muri Gaza Strip hino rukwikirizwa ku crossinga ngo naza hagati umurembo rwa Gaza. So embere rukubi abantu baburisha bari muri Gaza Strip embera nebasa kubagumira munonga. Muri Gaza Strip omunmo aba Hamas abu government yihanga area America statement yagambwa Secretary of State Anthony Blinken yabeta abazahamki kana Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu owihanga area Israel nawe yikiriza na government yihanga area America ngwaba nabazahamki. So bazibira kufitaho umwanya aho bari kubasa kurabya obuyambi kubutwarira abantu abakwatirwe hagati muri Gaza Strip. Benjamin Netanyahu nahatira bagira ngo bishagumiza muno batera ecyange cya Gaza Strip okusya obu aba Hamas baratandike kurekura abantu bona batere umbukwatwa. Ebyo bikiriyaho iwohurikize hasaidi yihanga area Palestine aba Hamas abar controlling Gaza Strip nabo bargayo baza ha television yihanga area Russia bataho demand zabo narashibahereza ebar kwenda hasaidi yihanga area Israel hamwe na America. Umwe ombakuru uri kugambirira aba Hamas yaza ha television yihanga area Russia yagira ngo bonka aba Hamas government yihanga area America nebasa kubagarukanisa kunkane bena ngo America banzere kuri abantu baba Hamas bakwatiriwe muri America n'abakwatirwe omahanga ganywana ga America yibari nguhire hwejo nabono besha kugumiza mu ortaro kuko turi kumanya katambe habwenje barekura uriyo mukazi n'abana be sekiri kumanyisa hine message y'ibana batsindika gonka aba Hamas okuzaha television yihanga area Russia hina kabonera kandi akyayureka omurtaroro Russia nebasa kuba eri enyuma y'aba Hamas awevane nangu habeho oburinganiza narishiyonesha bangu bakonsideringe indagano ya two state solution yo kugira ngo amahanga agabere gashime kubagarho Israel hamwe na nihanga area Palestine. So aba Hamas okubana baribuka ha television nibenda ngo America iri kuri abantu bayabi yakwatsire na Israel na yiri kuri abantu bayo rero bazo mu mpano zo businge kandi ngo bariko basa kukikora nihanga area America.
A brazen political move. Hamas demands that the US negotiate the release of American hostages on Russian TV.
There are also prisoners in the US. We want them, of course. There are Hamas members sentenced to life in the US. We demand that the US frees our sons from their prisons. The US conducts prisoner swaps. Only recently it did one with Iran. Why wouldn't it conduct one with us?
Confirmation of part of the intent behind the Hamas assaults in Israel. They were enabled by a failure of Israeli intelligence, but plotted by a shadowy Hamas officer they call Al-Dif, the guest. Only 2 photographs exist of Mohammed Diab Ibrahim al-Masri, who's nearly 60. He's known as Al-Dif because he billets as a guest in a different location every night. He's the mastermind or monster behind the murder of more than 1,000 in Israel and the kidnapping of about 150 hostages.
From the beginning of his life, he was very much interested in fighting the Israeli occupation.
In the mid-1990s, he was believed to be behind a wave of atrocities in Israel. And in 2014, he's believed to have lost an arm and a leg in an Israeli airstrike aimed at him that killed his wife and daughter. For the last 2 years, though, Hamas has pretended to focus on welfare, not warfare.
All the while, under the table, Hamas was preparing this big attack.
Israel, meanwhile, invested in automation and sensors, a high-technology iron wall around Gaza, and focused forces on the West Bank. Under Dif, Hamas encouraged Israeli complacency. Then last weekend, it hit hard. attacking communication towers and automated machine guns with drones, overrunning command and control centres, killing senior officers, among them 3 colonels, and unleashing terror on thousands of civilians. The Israel Defense Forces found Hamas anti-tank mines and other heavy weapons, a sign they may have planned for a longer stay. The shock infantry attack is either deliberately brutal from the start or degenerated into a massacre as Israeli defences collapsed. It shifted attention and power to Hamas.
He has become like a god to some of the Palestinians because of what he has done.
Many Palestinians are dismayed by the massacre and the bloodshed that's followed. But with the lives of hostages in his hands, the guest now has an unwelcome place in America's mind.
yuhurikize Iron Dome air defense system yihanga area Israel erukumanya munongo munsi yone ya Iron Dome buri omwabere nayebuza nikija kita kugira ngo Iron Dome eremere kukwata ukutahira kubere nukuruga hasaidi y'aba Hamas kugira ngo aba bakakoresa technology nkuru babiri nabakoresa za paragriders izimwe zibere starmu na technology mpango kugira ngo bari abagimanye ezindi bazitamu obumo buruko basa kujyaminga Iron Dome kugira ngo diyamanya kilometers babiri na measuring kilometers is Iron Dome ruko basa kureberamo abangu harho ekizibe kiriyo nikije kirumu technology yona so Iron Dome nkora yayo omuringo we ku detectingamo Iron Dome nzimwe harza technology z'uruhubwa hati na government yihanga area American age funding kandi nzimwe harza technology iwuhurikize zamani omuringo hiba designing iwuhurikize bakatandika kugidevelopinga omwaka gw'2027 babatandika kugiteka-tekaho omwaka gw'2011 bayongezamo obukugu omukudesigninga Iron Dome so buri omabere namanya ngu at least aba baza kukora kutahira Iron Dome niba nemanyira kimwe ngo aba baza kutahira ihanga area Israel so kunga kilometers zibabere nabakoresa nanuko babere nibabara ebintu byabo aba Hamas byorekere ngo habere harimo omukono gundi eiza ogwihanga area Iran yaganira na nihanga area Saudi Arabia abijwe ngo aba nabo bariyo barwanira obwa superpower hasaidi y'amahanga na munonga garmu obusiramu Iran hamwe na nihanga area Saudi Arabia so amahanga gombi president wihanga area Iran Ibrahim Raisi agambireho na Prince Mohammed bin Salman wihanga area Saudi Arabia ukurundo kubako basa kuyamba ihanga area Palestine Saidi ihanga area Iran Ibrahim Raisi wena nangu bayamba ba Hamas konka Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman nichiriza omukikwatirana no kufutaho amahanga abiri ihanga area Israel hamwe na nihanga area Palestine so aba okurigira mu conversation yabo yesumu owabandaza kumuterera no wihanga area Iran conversation yabo yesumu no shangu tubeyikirizana ahabikwatirene na solution ibashame kubana bahereza urutaro ruyondi genda umesho kunka technology ibabiri bakoresa ku kujyaminga Iron Dome na no kutahira ihanga area Israel Iron Dome nkora yayo zarada zabe ziri kubaniza detecting kugira iziri kureba ngo hariho akabe kayija nababasa kureba za rocket miles ziri kwingana nk'ibiri n'icwe ko kushika har miles 23 kunka buri umwe nayebuza technology ibabiri nabakoresa kwenda kuzubira Iron Dome ku detectinga za mizayire zibiri nzija abo kubahizire ziri kwika nko mu 15 so konkana bagira ngo ababiri bari muri iki nihanga area Iran bihakanisa konka ihanga area Israel bariyongerera kimwe ibyo kurwanisa Israel ngamo mahanga gine ibyo kurwanisa by'amani nyinshi kandi tusha gamba ibyo kurwanisa ebi ihanga area Israel bine nebiri omurtaroro Israel nihanga area mani area kozere munonga habikwatere nebya technology ingeba kandi betebekanisha hayona kugira ngo ntabaho kutahirira nkoku so bakatamana menjo mu kwesha ibyo kurwanisa na no mu technology kugira kukaharevuye kugira ngo bimwe aha byome by'amani na technology y'ituri kureba mu ihanga area America abaginemu omukono muhango n'abantu bihanga area Israel Russia yacocereza ibyo kurwanisa ebihanga area Bungereza ebiri omwihanga area Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin yargayo